Any minute now. Send a message in the Twitter chat. See if anybody gets it. If not, even better, then I'll have to worry about awkwardly burning time till YouTube wakes up. Let's go. There it is. There it is. Ooh, let's go. Oh crap. Oh crap. Crappity crap. Bitcoin falling. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Good to be here. Let's start off the show with the FTC mandated. We are sponsored. The links in the video description below are referral links. I'm just a normal dude. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just sharing my analysis as I have done here on YouTube day over day for 5 years. Good to be on. It is Wednesday, and today we have NVIDIA earnings. NVIDIA earnings, I believe, will be at 5 p.m. East today, about 4 hours from now after market close. How convenient. How convenient. That sounds like market manipulation. How convenient. NVIDIA has been blasted. Definitely took a little dive in August with the global crash or sell-off. Had a great recovery. We got 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝, one of our sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝, Metasignals in the video description below. Blasted off, great recovery, V-shape back to its high trend. Turning trading sideways here as it decides what to do, waiting for these earnings to come out. Lots of questions. I know you guys have been asking me about NVIDIA. My mic is not on. That is weird. That's weird. It says it's on. It's right here and it's on. Oh, was I double micing? Double micing? Is it still weird? Give it a sec. Is it still weird? Am I in the bathroom? Yes. I am pooping while live. Shh, don't tell YouTube. They don't like that. Better. Thank you, fam. I should start off every stream with a mic not working. Gets a lot of engagement. There we go, boys. All the messages in the chat. So you probably couldn't hear anything I said. NVIDIA earnings today. I don't know. Should I go over the FTC thing? We are sponsored. Links are referral links. I'm a normal guy. This is not financial advice. I'm just going over my analysis. We've been doing this 5 years on YouTube. There we go. NVIDIA earnings today. The whole market, not just NVIDIA, not just stocks, seemingly everything hinging on this epic moment. Now, NVIDIA basically was the massive driver for stocks since the 22 bottom, over 10x, doing huge things, hitting higher highs last month, however, or last month, month before, whatever. However, these earnings are so anticipated. So much rides on them. Bad earnings could be very bad for the rest of markets. I'm using a lot of very big words here today. I know I'm trying to keep it upscale for you guys. Bad earnings could be really detrimental, not just NVIDIA, but markets in general. As we know, when markets get skittish, it tends to kind of cascade into other charts. So this whole episode is not about NVIDIA. It's just the big thing going on today and why I don't really expect to see too much price action before that for Bitcoin, for crypto, really for anything. I think, honestly, it's my real take. Everything is waiting on NVIDIA. Way better. I appreciate you. Render will fly. I believe you, trick shots. I think Bitcoin is no exception. I think it's logically kind of feeling out where the market is going to take us. We have FOMC next month with some very big, I believe there's some very big data along the way, big expirations for stocks and crypto. September, now only 3 days away. This has been the longest month of my life. Man, that move was brutal. Don't ever want to move again. But 3 days away, and August has shown us every direction. Man, we've traded as low as, what even was it? I don't remember now, 49, back up to like 64, back down now under 60K. Bitcoin keeping it spicy for us, not letting us feel confident in either direction. So very Bitcoin, very Bitcoin. September though, I'm sure you guys have seen the tweets or even the YouTube videos. historically one of the most bearish months for Bitcoin. What do you guys think? Let's put a poll up. Will September be bearish or bullish for, we'll say, crypto? Bearish. There we go. Answer that poll. I want to see where we're at in the chat on this topic. Here's the 2-cent take that I'll give you on this. History is a great compass or a great guide for forward price action, but of course it is flawed. It is not deterministic. It does not tell you the future. It only obviously tells you the past. Let's just look at this in the simplest of simple ways. In March, we had green. In April, we had red. In May, we had green. In June, we had red. In July, we had green. August, now with 3 days. There's plenty of time for this to move back up. Let's say, where's the top of this candle? 64.5, 64.6. Plenty of time in 3 days to see Bitcoin make that move and close August green. However, if it closes red, we have green, red, green, red, green, red. The next month, September, just following this pattern that we've seen since March, maybe we'd be looking for green. Maybe green is the direction to go. I don't know. I don't put too much weight in those like biggest, greenest, reddest months when it comes to Bitcoin. It doesn't seem to matter over time. And I'm not going to be scared out. I'm not going to be flushed out, fudded out by a little September red, right? Certainly lower lows would be brutal. Not really looking for that. Not really hoping for that. But we're just going to ride this one day at a time. So the monthly 3 days to go, guys. Friendly reminder, if you missed Monday, September is the last month in the third quarter of this year. Man, 2024 wrapping up. What does next year have for us? I don't even want to know. We have the next quarter starting. We have elections. We have Christmas, New Year's, there's too many things. Too many things, man. Too many things for me. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it charts. So obviously no update on the month. The very obvious levels to be looking for. 64.6, green monthly on August, going to break the pattern of green, red, green, red. Trading above 59.1 would probably, or closing above 59.1, but below 64.6, going to put us in that same pattern of basically candle closes higher, candle closes lower highs and higher lows. So basically, if we see this trade back up here, close, we're just following the pattern. Nothing has changed. Not going to be a lot there. Let's go down to the week. While I'm going through the little Bitcoin warm-up to get a compass on today, welcome. I see people joining in. We've gained like 300 subscribers or viewers since the beginning of that terrible audio problem in the beginning. We always have problems. But while I'm doing this, guys, I'm not the best at reading chat. Maybe I'll try a little harder today. Put in an honest effort. But what you could do for me is smash that like button, share the stream, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Put a message in the live chat, vote in the poll, engage with the live stream, help YouTube see that this is a stream it should share with new people. That's what I need from you guys. You do a great job. Major echo still? Monkey, what are you talking about? It's not still echoing. Don't do that to me, bud. Love you, friend. The weekly has now retraced all of the gains from last week. All of the gains. 4 days and 7 hours to go. We have moved back to last week's open. This has been, let's just talk about this for a minute. Trading the previous week's open. So let's say for this week, shorting back to 58.3, 58.4, or vice versa. Let's see, like July 1st, longing from 55.8 back to 62.6. This has been an incredibly successful trading strategy over this entire course since March. And if you look at the months, it's even better. Like it's even better. It's touched the previous candle open with 100% accuracy over the last, 5 months now. That's not the Bitcoin I know. That's weird. But we have retraced the whole move. Looking for our close. Obviously, we're going to want to avoid that bearish engulf, and that's going to give us a low target for this weekly close at 58.4. Man, close down here. Maybe next week we look for 64.3. Just back and forth, ping pong. Pick a direction, Bitcoin. We're sick of your crap. Money flow in the week, really, really similar. What I don't love here, though, again, is the RSI. It really hasn't changed, even with the nice green candle last week into the complete retrace. This week, lower high, back down to where it was in RSI. No divergence really of any kind building. I don't love it though. I don't like when RSI on these high time frames are spending time around 50 or worse, below 50. I don't know if this has really happened before. Maybe back here last summer. This is a little bit higher, a little bit more away from that 50 RSI. Not a lot of time here. Kind of unusual for the week. Here's all the way back to 2015. And you can see RSI has really not hung out at this level before, at least in the last 10 years. Very undecided. Not loving it. Not loving it. It's okay. Weekly moving averages remain exactly the same as they were. We tested the 50 earlier in August. The 200 sits below us. Let's throw up this stuff. Sits below us and gives us all of this confluence down here. For the bears, here's my target. If you want to be bearish, if you want lower prices, this is where I might look to add to my spot bag some more. 38.5. We have the 200 weekly. It is our 618 retracement from last summer, right before the pop. Honestly, there's just all the confluence. It was the ETF wick low, everything. So there you go, bears. Just to satisfy you, because I'm going to let you guys know I'm not bearish. Not sure I've ever been bearish. Won't be bearish even if we go lower. This is where I'd be looking. Target remains the same. Nothing has changed there. I feel like I've been saying this for months now, guys. A little deja vu. Nothing has changed. Everything's the same. No update. I'm doing my best to make this content still spicy for you guys to keep tuning in. Looking at the day, not exactly what we were hoping for. The day has lost those major important moving averages. This is not a good sign. I will slap reality on you here. Not a good sign. After the death cross earlier this month, painting a higher low, we moved to a higher high, and it looks like we rejected on Monday. The week is still open. There's still time for this to change, but at the moment, not the best look. Back below the 50 daily moving average at 62K. Obviously back below the 200 at 63.5. I was hoping we would spend more time up here, maybe a higher high, come back and watch this 50 cross bullishly. Give us that golden cross that maybe we can short that when it comes. But it did not happen. I will say if this week closes back in that range, if we see a rubber band into today, maybe Nvidia gets good earnings, everyone yells hip hip hooray, and everything goes back up. Maybe we do close out above the 200 and things look fine. For now, I know a lot of you are worried. Price is going down. It's been going down forever. I'm scared, Tom Crown. What should I do? Should I panic sell when it goes down? Good luck. At the moment, this isn't that bad. The biggest issue for me, the most bearish case for me, is that we've lost that strong moving average setup, that bullish moving average setup. Trading back below these is not great. And in fact, I think there is an argument to say that the preferred direction on trades probably gonna be a short until we retake them. That's not a high move above us. It's not far. It's not far off in the distance. But while we're down here, the good news, we have not set a lower low. Breaking 56.1 is going to really jank up the market structure here, going to make this chart much, much more bearish. If we use our fib tool, which did not click, if we use our fib tool, we can find our 1618 and 2 measured move targets sitting just below our previous wick. That would be an interesting way for price action to play out. If we continue to see this sell off, 56.1 breaks, and we move down, let's say into September, would be interesting to see a violent little liquidity sweep and then move back up. Maybe that's hopium. Probably is hopium. But that 2 measured move being really, really close to our wick low is definitely drawing my attention. 49,000 obviously remains untouched. That's right. Untouched. Daily doesn't look great, man. Daily not looking good. Hopefully some lower time frames have a little bit better news for us. Even on these highs. So you always hear people yell about bearish divergence, right? Especially when price is going up. We had a higher high. Let's see. Higher high in price. Higher high in RSI. There was no bearish divergence here. Yet. It's like a little mini lesson. Yet. We still sold off. Bearish, bullish div is a great tool when used in confluence with other factors. Not so good by itself. Not a good solo. Not a good solo signal. Honestly, though, what is a good solo signal? Almost nothing. But I digress. 𝐂𝐨𝐿𝐴 Cloud. So here's something that is actually pretty cool and not straight hopium. When we rallied on Friday, and then on Monday we were streaming, I was talking about the weakness in the cloud ahead of us. At that point, we were in the cloud, and I said, this is kind of, I don't know how I feel about this. Because when we first identified the weakness in this cloud, we were down here below price, or down here below the cloud. That gave us a potential window of opportunity to break through weak resistance and move higher. I didn't like it because while we're above, I said it's actually the opposite in that scenario. If we are in the cloud or above the cloud and we have that weakness below us, it's actually a weakness in support. So there is a kind of mental gymnastics bullish argument to be made about this sell-off, that we are now back below the cloud and we can look to test or break through this daily Ichimoku cloud weakness that is coming up just at the end of this month, starting the 30th, I'll say 31st into the 1st of September right here. It's a little silver lining. It's definitely keeping it optimistic to say, yay, it went down, but it was something I was genuinely worried about. If price had continued to the upside above the cloud, we would have to potentially consider all the way back down here to this weakness, and a sell-off of that measure probably going to send us lower. So I do like that the approach angle has changed here. Instead of being up here and potentially falling down, we have moved back below, and maybe we can look into September, early September or the last day of August, maybe wrapping up the month, putting us back into that same pattern up here with our monthly closes. Now that we're below the cloud, I'll take that for now. That's about as good as I got. I believe we have the full moon, no, the new moon coming. Another new moon. Let's look at our moon phases indicator, guys. People make fun of us for saying that TA is astrology for men. Let's prove them right. Let's prove them 100% right by literally bringing in astrology here. The moon cycles, I don't think it's something you should seriously trade by. However, it does have some value. We do tend to see markets, especially Bitcoin, kind of operate in, I'll say, 2-week phases. You can call it maybe a 4-week cycle, which lines up exactly with the moon. Coincidence? Probably. However, other people think that there's more to it. I think it's kind of coincidence plus nature. I think it's just like, I won't get into it. I've gotten into it before. But here we go. The full moon brought us upward price action. However, we have returned to it right into the new moon coming up, I believe, tomorrow. You know, a little interesting confluence here, and this is some janky TA, boys. Interesting confluence, that weakness in the cloud coming up. Really close timing. Really close timing to the new moon. Interesting. I'm just going to do like a little bit more. Coming up in like 2 days, the previous new moon, August 4th. Do with that information you will. August 4th brought us to lower lows and arguably broke some market structure there. Previous, before that, full moon. Dude, the full moon, new moon thing gets me so bad. I might just start calling them empty moon. Full moon, empty moon. Up at a high, we did move higher. Didn't really take us anywhere. These just haven't been hitting the same way. They really haven't been hitting the same way. Back here, where were we? Like back here, clockwork, dude. It's like every time we got an empty moon, we hit a high. Like every time we got a new moon, we hit a low. It was clockwork. It started to seemingly fall apart. Let me see. Even back here with the ETFs earlier this year, like that's what I'm saying, is this has been very successful in Bitcoin's history. It just doesn't seem to be. Maybe that's a bigger warning for everyone. People love that fluffy, warm narrative of, oh, it's correlated. Oh, when this happens, that happens. Bitcoin loves to kind of mimic those correlations, or likes to hold them at least for a fleeting amount of time before usually completely reversing, putting everyone following that on the wrong side of the trade, etc. I mean, for real though, new moon on the ETF launch, full moon at the low. I don't know, man. This was really good, but seemingly not anymore. Maybe that'll mix up in 2 days. We'll find out. Wouldn't be surprised to see a reversal in 2 days. That's enough about the moon. I see subscribers. What's up, 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝? What's up, my friend? Guy S. How you doing? 𝐂𝐨𝐮𝐫𝐞𝐞. Uptown Weasel. Good name. Amit Patil. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. This is the best place. We've been live on YouTube 5 years. If you're viewing the stream and it is very thin and tall, you're on the mobile stream, just so you know. We do have the normal full resolution version. You can just navigate to the channel page. You'll see both the live streams there. If you're on your phone, enjoy the vertical stream, though. Keep subscribing. Every time you subscribe, this little counter spins over, whether you're on the longs or the short version. It's very interactive. Try it out. If moon is cheese, then Bitcoin is bae. I like that. The moon is cheese. The moon is made of cheese. Let's go down to lower time frames. What's up, Lasers? Chinggis, how you guys doing? Scorpa. I realize I don't have all the chats open. Give me 1 second. People chatting over there on the mobile stream. Right on. Has anyone said a word in the Twitter one? Steven Apple over there on Twitter. Yo, Steven. How you doing, man? What's up, Scott? Flashiel, Scott, Greg, the Genius, Call Me Joe, Cactus Leo. You guys are on the short stream. I'm going to put in this is the mobile stream. BT dubs, there we go. What's good? There you are, Flashiel. You found your way over. Good to see you, my friend. Let's go down to the 12-hour here. 12-hour not looking great either. Money flow pooping out. However, I'm going to make this note in my head. Daily coming down. Make this note in my head. We have not reached a lower low on money flow for the 12-hour. VWAP is moving up. Momentum has given us no kind of reversal signal yet. However, failing to make that lower low despite a pretty violent sell-off. As I zoom in from the 12-hour down to, we'll go maybe like 8.6 or something, down into the minutes, I'm going to be looking for lower time frame signals that might be suggesting a retracement or a move to the upside, because that may fall in line with this 12-hour failing the lower low and rolling back over to positive money flow. That's just a little mental note for me. You guys can keep that note as well. Let me see here. Take these off. There it is. 12-hour, okay. Painting some kind of bullish divergence. Let's get our hopium so we can pack our bowls with it. Here you go. Boom. Right here. We're going to have some bullish divergence. Remember, divergence by itself, not a great signal. But certainly, we need all of it. We need all the goodies we can get right now, all the hopium. Things are not full of hopium at the moment. Here we go. RSI lows have come down. However, price has not. That is invalidated if Bitcoin trades below 54.5. Trade below there, this goes off the table. But for now, holding this low, not the worst. I kind of started the stream with that, a little bit of that. This is ugly. I didn't want this to happen, but we are still above 56.1, losing the 15th of August low. Things look very bad. They would look much, much worse than they are now. I'll say this move was divergently spooky versus how actually bad it was. It wasn't really that bad, but the move itself, very spooky. And I think you guys can join me here when I say this. You probably felt it too, specifically because of a little renewed optimism, a little renewed excitement. At least I felt that at the end of last week, like into Friday, moving to 64.6. I was like, thank God, it's actually doing something again. We broke past the death cross. We're back in business. Bears get wrecked. And then we had a completely sideways weekend that fell off, right? That is an emotionally abusive price action or whatever you want to call it. It's like emotionally abusive. And that is honestly the core of Bitcoin or crypto trading. The candles, we have all these methods and theories and techniques and strategies. At the end of the day, Bitcoin does kind of seem to just follow one rule. And that rule is, where are the most people going to experience pain? Sometimes these levels aren't on our chart. A lot of the times they are. But it's where will you experience pain? And I will tell you, this has been a sell-off for ants. Come at me, whales. Sell-off for ants. However, I felt some pain over the weekend. I finally was like, yeah, we're back, baby. We're back. And it just got taken away instantly. I feel like that is so common. This is almost what it seems to do on the daily basis, at least for the last 6 months. I digress. Let's go down to the 8 hour. We don't usually look at the 8 hour, but let's just look at some goofy time frames, because why not? 8 hour not giving me. So remember the 12, I said I'm looking for some bullish kind of signals here, so I can hope that that 12 hour holds on to the low and continues up. Not really seeing it. 8 hour with a V-shaped top on the money flow coming on down. The only thing that is maybe in agreement with that 12 hour finger crossed prediction, not a prediction, but is VWAP also trending back to the zero line. That is in general a good lead of price, not literal maybe, but it is a good indicator. This tends to track very well with price, but I'm not getting the signal that I wanted, not getting anything spicy. On the 8 hour, we also have the same bullish divergence that's coming into multiple time frames now. Not a bad thing, maybe not enough to get excited about. Go down to the 6. 30 minutes to go. We will see this 6 hour close during the live. Drop to 20K, I won't budge. Drop to 20K and I'm spending. I'm spending my tether, bro. Get it. What's up, Scott? I think I missed you. J-Ow, Firecats, what's up? Do you pay taxes on crypto profits in your country? Yes, I do, Mr. Nobody. Absolutely. Any kind of profits. Any income, any profits. 6 hour wrapping up in 30 minutes. Let's see what this looks like. Again, not what I'm hoping for. Really the same thing as the 8 hour. Just money flow rolling over. VWAP remains strong. Again on the 6 hour. Heading towards that zero line. Looking to move up into that positive territory. Still not even seeing momentum pinch. Not getting any super strong signals of reversal at the moment. Let's get on to the 4. 4 hour kind of even worse. All right, so the 4 hour giving us maybe the first glimmer. Well, it's certainly not strongly bullish. We have maybe a glimmer of hope. That momentum finally pinching down at the 4 hour, not visible on the 6, 8, or 12. Man, VWAP coming back down though. Get another conflicting signal. But that money flow potentially looking to kind of flatten out here. We'll have to see this 4 hour close to get a better read on it, but I do like that we're getting at least a local or some kind of reversal signal. There's a green dot here, usually pretty good at reversal, but not major reversal, just intra move maybe. So on the 4, I'll throw the fib up. We'll get some hopium, pack up the hopium bowl. Let's say right here. Let's take this 4 hour order block. It's right underneath or exactly at our 618 golden Fibonacci retracement. If we see further evidence as we zoom down in time frames of a reversal in price, we may be looking to target this area 61.7 upwards of 62.1. I'm not going to put this arrow yet because we don't have any of that. Not there. We do not have the goodies. Interesting, but not exactly super actionable. We do have a lot or all of our moving averages on the 4 hour around that price, right around that box. To me, that suggests that there is liquidity resting in this area. When liquidity is resting, just like your girlfriend, the market does not enjoy watching it rest. It likes to go nudge it, likes to go nag it. That definitely a little piece of confluence, I'll say, for that 618 area. 61.2, 61.3. Yeah, 61.6 to 62.1. I'm dyslexic. A little bit of confluence, but not enough to say we're going there right now during the live. I know I'm still going on the Bitcoin breakdown, guys. I know. Keep the chat spicy, like Benjamin Cohen is doing. Like Shipwreck. Shipwreck says, hit that like button. Thank you, my friend. You have you're very wise. It's a very wise thing to say of you. How do I know your girlfriend, Lasers? Because she won't stop nagging me. She won't stop. Every time I'm trying to play video games, she comes in and she's like, why are the dishes done? I don't know. Your girlfriend just pops by to yell at me. It's a thing we have. It's very special. 3 hour? I don't even know the last time I looked at 3 hour, but that's okay. Really similar to the 4. We have the green dot, but money flow even weaker. I'm not seeing what I'd like to see. 4 hour, 3 hour, womp. Let's see. Bullish divergence. Do we have the divergence? No. So this is interesting. The bullish divergence we identified on the 12-hour, 6-hour, and 8-hour, no longer there. Once we go down to the 3, maybe even the 4. Maybe even the 4. No, it's on the 4. I was looking at the wrong time. Yeah, it's still there, but I think we're getting more nitpicky then. I think we're getting kind of more looking for what we want to look for. Still there. 20. Almost done, boys. Almost done. 2-hour looks like flaming garbage. Great. 1 hour, pretty flaming garbage. This is brutal. Honestly, nothing here to me is suggesting upside. The perfect time to long. No, nothing on these low time frames is really showing me a strong, like, meaningful reversal right this second. But I did open this stream talking about NVIDIA. I don't know if you guys could hear any of that, but I opened the stream talking about NVIDIA's earnings today, and I said, I don't really expect Bitcoin to do much until they come out. That's still, it's at 5 p.m. It's 1:30. 3.5 hours away. We got some time. However, if Bitcoin does want to sell off, if NVIDIA earnings come in bad, or honestly, even if they come in good, it's probably going to be pretty close timing there. I would not doubt that. Hey, come on, give us a break. Give us a little break. 45-minute anything? Okay, good. As we get below the hour, maybe the first signs of like mild bullishness. Money flow high or money flow lows coming up. Momentum rolling, and VWAP at the 0 line. That's good. Probably spoke a little bit too soon. What pattern is this? 45 looks like a broadening wedge. Definitely some bullish divergence on even local lows once we get under the hour. Lows coming down. Lows coming up on RSI. Interesting on the 45 minutes, so don't get too excited. We do have oversold, swing rejection. Potentially. RSI entered oversold, left oversold, retested the line and defended it, or did not. I just didn't want to repeat oversold again. Go oversold again. Typically that is a strong reversal pattern. I'm not sure if I'm confident in it though, with kind of how everything else looks right now. 30-minute very similar to 45. Maybe we do have a little bit of upside. Same idea. Momentum coming up. Money flow slowly rolling over about the 15. I think I spoke too soon, boys. I think I spoke too soon. Unfortunately, our hourlies, our higher time frames, more important time frames, not in alignment here. But as we got under the hour, things did start to look a little different. We're seeing for sure money flow lows coming up. We're seeing momentum lows. Look at I don't think I've ever seen this many green dots in one time frame. This is like in 24 hours. That's why I don't use the green dots. Shh, so much. Let's go down to the 10. Nice. You can see it there too. This is actually not bad. I was like, man, we're screwed. This looks terrible. But things look better under the hour. So 5-minute, not actually as good as like 15, 30, 45 hour. We see money flow taking lower lows here, but that's okay. That's okay. Just a friendly little lower low. And finally, the 1 minute, the least useful time frame created ever by humans. Janky. Looking at price action on the 1, that's a nice little V shape. Nice little maybe reversally higher low thing. Hasn't even begun to retrace. I don't know. What do you guys think? Even the 1 second? Well, at least the 1 second is exciting. The 1 second is exciting. What if we did our whole stream? What is 1 tick? I don't even know. The data doesn't get more granular than this. Well, screw you, TradingView. I didn't want to show off that feature anyway. What if I did a whole stream straight-faced doing TA on the 1 second? Would you guys watch that? All the TA would be wrong, probably. I don't think TA applies on the 1 second. The 1 second is... It is just pure madness. It is entropy's purest form. All right, we'll get over there. What do you guys think? So to rehash, really doesn't look good on any time frame until you get under an hour. You get under an hour and you have kind of a window from hour-ish, 45 minutes down to 5. Things don't look so great on the 5, but as you get smaller, you're less confident anyway. 1 minute, 200 MA. All right, we'll throw it up. We'll throw it on there. Right there, testing it, boys. There it is. 1 minute MA. She's up. We are now above it. I don't know how much we can really look and use this. We broke out of it earlier today, moved higher slightly. 1 minute makes everything look so crazy. Everything's so crazy up in here. 1 second high frequency trading. The 1 second is so fast if you're trying to trade in real time that like the latency of your computer is probably putting you way behind by the time those orders actually even arrive at the other end of the server. Good luck. Do an auction voice on the 1 second with TA Maddox. It's not a bad idea. Maybe if this market keeps dumping and things keep getting worse. What are you thinking about the earnings report? I mean, I couldn't tell you. Like, I couldn't tell you if NVIDIA is going to post positive or negative earnings. Your guess is as good as mine, right? But I want to say this. I want to say NVIDIA has been selling off today. Nothing like really significant. We were actually looking for a little lower. If this will pull up. One range. Who uses ranges? Has anyone here ever used the range time setting? I don't think I have. We're looking for a little lower, like 120. That hasn't even come. We did break our lows from this month. We did break this structure here. That could be the liquidity sweep. That's really what this was describing. I want to say the more red NVIDIA is for the day by the time earnings come out, the higher the possibility or higher the probability that the earnings are good. And if NVIDIA blasts off before 5 p.m. today, maybe sets a new all-time high, I feel like it's just going to dump and have terrible earnings. Very contrarian view there. I'm certainly no stock expert when it comes to that stuff. Bitcoin doesn't have earnings. It doesn't care about earnings. It doesn't wait till the market isn't trading to talk about its earnings. Stocks are a scam. But I do think virtually no matter what, considering we've sold off into this, I feel like Bitcoin responds red. What do you think? Like unrelated, like just piggybacking off of potential panic. Bitcoin never, ever passes up on an opportunity to freak us out. Do I only trade crypto, Mr. Nobody? Mostly. I have traded other things, but like not I don't know. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in stocks. I don't believe I own anything when I own a stock. I don't believe that the company stock I own will exist by the time, let's say, I retire or something, right? With Bitcoin, I know it will exist. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to have bad earnings. It's not going to go out of business. I believe in it. And belief, I think, is a huge, if not the most important aspect of being a successful investor. You need to believe in things. Belief allows you to see drawdown on spot positions and maybe be excited to buy it lower, right? Without belief, you see drawdown on spot, you sell it, you miss the rally. I have. And we chart everything, mostly crypto, but we do chart everything here. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you. That's 6 hours, like 15 minutes. All right. 1 minute. This 1 minute TA, dude. You got to do it. It's the new thing. All the new channels, 1 minute TA. Interesting on the 5 with these lows. So you have a low, lower low, higher low after a higher high. RSI is starting to ride up that moving average. That could be like a shorter term. A little upside maybe. I love my upside. I'm not going to trade this though. Let's see. Already hit the 618, kind of like past the entry. Interesting here though. We had a descending or an ascending low trend. We had lost that earlier this morning. I do like that we're starting to see this potential reversal right underneath it. The bad outcome probably would have been this, right? Still could happen. But I like that it's at least showing bids, showing buyers at this price doing anything, not just dropping it. Let's look at volume here. Ben said so for 2 years and he's finally right. Hey man, as someone who does analysis for, I guess I'll say for a living, as a career, everyone's right eventually, myself included. You've missed me. I've missed you, Mr. 100. Right here, buddy. If you could you keep buying Bitcoin, though, Mr. 100? We really need you. You think it'll go back to 60K in 4 hours? Very specific. This 4 hour will close. What do we got in 4 hours? 6 hours. Nah, no, I don't think so. I don't personally think so. Well, 60K, wait, hold up here. 60K is a 1.4% move. It's completely possible. I'm sitting here thinking $1,000. Nah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just 1.4% move. If we do see this little, wait, we could do that like right now. You're asking me. You're so zoomed in. My advice for you, my friend, I can't give you financial advice, but I can give you success, career, life advice. Zoom out. Zoom out. It's 59. You're asking if it can go to 60. The answer is, of course, it could. It could also go to 58. It could also go to 57. Go to 61. Go to all the above. Chunky candles. You guys like them chunky candles? I kind of do. The only thing that I found I don't like about these chunk candles is it messes up trend lines, because trend lines kind of operate. I've never heard anyone talk about this, but trend lines operate based on the assumption that each data point or each candle is evenly spaced, right? When you put the chunk candles on, the farther away you go, especially like if you're on days or something, these get very messed up. So you can see the chunk candles here. Technically, we're above the white line. Let me just go back to the regular ones. That's a bad example. I just clowned myself live. That's a really bad example. Let's do a bigger one here. Let's see. All right. Embarrassing. This guy, he's on YouTube streaming analysis, and he just made a bad example in real time. Okay. Let's see. This cuts through most of price. We see it lose it right here at 1 hour on the first Monday. Let's go to chunk candles. There it is. Chunk candles, we lost it Tuesday, right? So the bigger the time frame, or I'll say the more distance between your 2 points and how much volatility there is in volume between them, will distort your trend lines. So if you're going to use these, because I like them too, but if you're going to use them, you have to be aware of that, because these trend lines don't really matter. Like they don't really matter on the chunk candles. They're not really showing you, I guess, what everyone else is seeing. They're kind of like arbitrary based on how TradingView decides to make them bigger or thinner. And it is based on volume, but like how much? Like if it's double the volume, is it double the size? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's like just some formula they whipped up. So yeah, be careful. Come on, 5. Come on, 5. We could have a beautiful, really low time frame inverse head and shoulders play out, but I don't see it yet. What's up, 11-7 Productions? Any idea why Jesus Coin is the only one rising? How you doing, brother? I have no idea. I didn't even know that was true. Maybe we can look at Jesus Coin then. Yeah, by the way, that is now Maddox. That is now trademark chunk candles. I don't want to hear anyone else ever say it. You've been in crypto for 8 months and you're down $1,000 from $6. That's impressive. Never been in profit. Damn, do you have advice for you? Well, brother, I do have advice. I have life advice. 8 months. So when did you start? Time escapes me. I'm a timeless being. 8 months ago. Yeah, you did start at a rough time. How? So you started here in December, like at the start of the year or December of last year? You're down. Well, I don't know your portfolio. I don't know what choices you made, but I would guess you don't have a lot of Bitcoin. I would assume, but you're only down 1K on 6K. You're actually doing pretty great. Honestly, dude, don't beat yourself up. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. There's really no specific advice I can give you based on that, but I can give you the advice that I have observed and executed over my 8 years in this space, and is almost everyone that starts in crypto starts in the red. Usually because they'll start here, or they'll start here, or they'll start here, or they'll start here, or they'll start here. It was very unusual for you to start there. Not a bad thing. I think you're technically in better position than most people, but it is par for the course. A lot of people say, oh, crypto's easy money, get rich quick, blah, blah. It is not easy. It is the hardest money you'll ever earn. But it also has, I'll say, the largest potential of any money you'll ever earn. So my advice for you and everyone in that scenario is, well, one, take a look at your portfolio. Do you have Bitcoin in it? Is Bitcoin half of your portfolio? Maybe consider that. That's a good start, I think. But two is, dude, that's how it is. Almost no one, or I will say no one, starts crypto at the bottom. Like nobody. There's no new people. And I say no, and of course, maybe there's a person out there you could point to who's probably just lying, but whatever. There was probably 0 new people watching this channel in November of 22 when FTX crashed. I doubt there was anyone who logged into YouTube and was like, you know what? I might buy some crypto today. I noticed all these terrible things happening. I'll look it up. There's Tom Crown jumping the channel. You know what I mean? Like the bottom is maybe marked even by that lack of new retail, which is always interesting to me when people say, there's no new retail. How can we go up? I don't know, dude. I don't have the answer for you. That's just how it is. Never, ever seen new retail buy into the bottom and move price up. Atreyu, you started to invest in October of 22. October, November, just before FTX. Well, how did that go for you? How did that roll? Never seen my ass before, viral media tube. That's good, bro, because I don't typically show my ass to random dudes. Typically. Sorry if you tuned into this channel for that. I will apologize because somehow I don't know what YouTube did to get you here, bro. But you probably just move on then. It's not gonna happen. Daily looks effed, Michael. Yeah, it does. Thoughts on 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐞 candles? Yeah, what's up, Pakin Pastinak over on Twitter? Yo. Thoughts on 𝐓𝐫 candles? I like 𝐓𝐫 candles. Yeah, we'll pull them up. We'll just talk about them briefly. They moved them, maybe. Here they are. 𝐓𝐫 candles are cool. I think, again, you'll have that same issue as the chunk candles. I'm not, it's been a bit, I'll have to brush up on these again. I can't remember if these actually distort the wick highs or if they preserve them. They definitely distort the candle bodies. So something you need to know while using these is you can't use that same analysis or maybe candlestick patterns or whatever it is that depend on the highs and lows of the candle. Fair value gaps are included in there, breaker blocks, all kinds of things. They're not going to reflect the same way. Something to know. There's supposed to be a simplification of the chart or price action. They're supposed to give you a easier look as to what direction the market's trending. I don't know. I know a lot of people who are very successful with them, and I know people like me, I don't really use them, right? There is some methodology to it that's not just is it red or is it green. I believe wicks in the direction price is going. So at red wick, obviously red candles, bottom wicks are supposed to indicate continuation, right? It's supposed to suggest continuation. That makes sense, right? I'm just like fact checking myself here. Yeah, green wicks on the way up. Okay, good. I think they're good. I think they're a tool. I don't really use them, but it's not because I couldn't or I don't know, because they're bad. It's I don't like the way they look, to be honest. It makes the chart look like a fuzzy caterpillar to me, and I don't really vibe with that. It kind of, in my mind, adds more noise, even though it's supposed to reduce noise on the chart. What do you guys think? By the way, our our poll, 820 votes. 52% bullish, 48% bearish. Those are the numbers I'd like. Nice. Those are the good numbers. We are split. We are undecided. No one way or the other. We're very much down the middle, and that is where spice is born, ladies and gents. 𝐂𝐨𝐮, my friend. What's up, Sunchips? Let me give you the heart. By the way, if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. Hit these weird placebo buttons with me. It's a fun activity we can do together. Whoa, whoa. There we are. It's a fun placebo activity. Maybe it does something. Subscribing and liking does something, so do that. Join our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. 24/7. People are there from all over the world chatting, talking crypto, talking trading, nerding out. If you're finding us, welcome. Welcome to your home. You can stay here. I what else I was saying. I was saying something else. You got me distracted. What's up, Robert Dubs? Make crypto go up. You suck, Robert. No, you don't. Don't say that about yourself, Robert. You don't suck. Don't beat yourself up. There's my best piece of advice I can give all of you today. I shared with you how I'm feeling, how this price action has impacted my emotional state, I'll call it, or maybe I'll call it like my emotional trader state. This was poopy. Price action has been so sideways, so boring, so painful for months. We finally got that pop on Friday. I felt it. I should have known better. I should have known the minute I felt that way that I should have started shorting. But the sell-off, what was it, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this has taken away all those good vibes. It almost feels like it was set up to beat us down. And so a lot of you are probably feeling that way today. First of all, don't beat yourself up for feeling that way. You're not alone. I bet the majority of people watching this on YouTube, we have almost 1,000 live viewers. Whoever's over on Twitter, I don't know, people watch us on Twitter. Everyone who can hear this voice right now, probably experiencing that with you. So take a breath. Take a breath. Take a moment. 2, in trading, when you make mistakes, which I assume is why you said that you suck. When you make mistakes, the worst thing you can do is beat yourself up over it. Trading is a game of just probability of winning and losing. There is no such thing as someone who wins every trade. I want to argue there's no such thing as someone who loses every trade, but I'm not as confident on that. That seems weird. Nobody wins every trade. We all lose. If you've made a mistake, if you've lost, before you make another trade, take some time, look at what you did. Go back to the chart or whatever you're trading. Go back to the platform, look at the orders, look how you entered, and try to go over that logic you had. What was the reason? What technical reasons? What maybe fundamental reasons? What made you go for that trade? What made you choose your stop loss, your take profit? If you use leverage, your leverage. What were the factors? Where did you go wrong? That is going to be 1,000 times more productive and more valuable for you than to just get mad at yourself or beat yourself up, which we all do. But just try to give yourself a break. This is the most competitive market in the world. Trading is the most competitive thing in the world, in my opinion. Crypto specifically, the most difficult market in the world to trade. That's my opinion. What's up, Josh DeWett? You said hello like 50 times over on that vertical stream. What's up, Greg? Bitcoin crypto represents the most volatile asset class ever. If you don't have the stomach for projectile vomiting, producing roller coaster rides are not tall enough to ride. That I like that you ended that with you're not tall enough to ride. That's cool. Win 51% of the time. You don't even have to win 51% of the time. You can be profitable winning 10% of the time, 1% of the time. It's all about risk to reward. Take a break from trading. Trading shouldn't be every day, Glenn. I can back that. You can trade every day, but if you're trading every day and you're experiencing really negative feelings, if it's tilting you, yeah, take a break, dude. Take a break for however long it takes. I say all the time, if you're panicking, get up, go do something else, disconnect from the chart. Go walk a dog, go high five a friend, grab a beer, smoke a bowl, whatever it is you do. And then when you come back later in a reset emotional state, if you still feel the same way, then go for it. But wait, making the decision in the moment. I know we see those movies or whatever of people like hacking the mainframe, right? They're typing real fast. We see the same thing with traders and like, I'm making all this money. It's not how it works, man. Real successful trading is done in the future. It's not done in the present in real time. Sure, there's people who have profited doing that. I would argue probably not indefinitely unless they're some of the best in the world. But real trading, successful trading is done in the future. You plan in the present and you execute in the future. There you go. That's a long rant. What's up, Tony Rosas? You won your first trade. Well done, my friend. Lost your second trade. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. Do I use leverage? Yeah, I use leverage. Leverage is not required, though. That is something, that's one of the biggest misconceptions when people join this space, is they jump in and they see, hell, even people like me leverage trading, or I don't know, other channels shilling them 100x long now, blah, 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 or their friends, I don't know, like, you're a pussy for not using leverage or something ridiculous. We get this like really toxic cultural reinforcement about leverage. Leverage is not critical. It's not mandatory. It's not even, I'll say it's not even needed. I think most people should not leverage trade. Certainly not new traders. Luckily for me, when I started crypto, there wasn't leverage really. I say there wasn't leverage really. There wasn't leverage. It existed, but we didn't have this environment or this culture of, if you're cool, you leverage trade or something like that. Nothing like that. It was only spot, really, for the first year maybe. If I had started not trading spot, if I had started right into leverage, right into high leverage, I probably wouldn't be here YouTubing right now. I'd probably have a job because I probably would have lost all my money. I probably would not have made it to where I am now. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm not saying you can't or you shouldn't, but I'm saying you don't need to. You don't need to. Leverage was designed as a hedge, a tool to hedge, actually, to hedge pork prices of all things. It is best used as a hedge. It is not, in my opinion, a tool for day trading, despite people using it as a tool for day trading. Good stuff. Good topics, though. I'm just like sitting here going at the time frames watching this. I don't know. This isn't moving. Maybe I'll kind of finger through a few charts here in a minute. First, let's look at some analytics. What's up, Mr. Mayo 32, 302? What's up, bro? Let's look through some data points. What's up, Michael Krugis? Sachinanand Paswan. You're not a trader? That's okay, bro. That's okay. My guy, MI Capitals, you're my guy. NVIDIA not doing so good? Good. We'll go back to NVIDIA in a second. True words. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, man. The market's, I know it feels scary and spooky. I'm trying to just normalize this because you need to be normalized to it to succeed here. But really nothing has happened. If you missed the intro, that's probably good info for you to go back and watch. I don't know, the first however long, but talked about how nothing's really changed. So let's keep distracting you. That's what I hope to do today. Funding across the board. Overall, actually, was it 0.05 last time? Either way, really close to last time when we streamed. Binance at 0. So funding is still technically still technically longs paying shorts. Except for now it's negative 0.001. Now shorts are paying longs very, very little. This can be an indicator of an upcoming squeeze, these funding rates. They can be. At the moment, I don't believe they are suggesting that. The reason being is, while they are negative, and we do view that as bullish most of the time, they aren't deeply negative. Binance just going under that 0 mark right now by 1/1000th. Not really the squeeze potential. Looking over here at lowest funding rate, I don't really even know what IDEX is, but IDEX at negative 1.21%. So if you guys don't know what this means, a funding rate is a fee that you pay when you have a perpetual position open every 8 hours for the most part of whatever that funding rate is. When the funding rate is positive, longs are paying short positions. So shorts are actually paying a negative fee. They're getting a little bit. When it's negative, shorts are paying longs to be open. And when it is deeply negative, like IDEX right here, we might look at the chart just as an example to maybe do little extra learning. That means that every 8 hours, if you have a $100 margin position open, you are paying $1.21 to keep that open. The other side of the trade, the long is getting that $1.21. This is absurdly, deeply negative funding that we've never seen on Bitcoin. We've never seen it go negative 1%. We've seen it negative, I want to say 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, but never like this. This is what we would look like for a short squeeze. Doesn't have to be 1%. Even Floki down here, 0.5%. That's huge because that's 3%, 3.8% a day, 3.75 a day to stay open, which means in the course of a month, your position, assuming that doesn't change, closes just via funding, unless you add margin. You know what? Let's look at IDEX after we pull up. Where else do I want to look? Let's look at liquidations. I haven't looked at this heat map in a while. I have a prediction. There's going to be a lot of them above price. Let's go to the year. Why can't I do all? It's annoying. On Binance alone. So this is just Binance, excluding all the others. On Binance alone, at 70K, oh, there is $21 billion worth of shorts that will liquidate at 70,493. That doesn't include all of the other liquidations before it. That is just specifically at that level. So on the way up, we'd have, I don't know, it's like not a lot, a billion, a few million, a billion, a billion, a billion, a billion, but 20 something. It's hard to click. Ooh, that was last tick though. It looks like some of those shorts closed, or this isn't updating right. 21, maybe 16 now billion, up to 70K. And each incremental move up, so each like $250 move up, we have 6 billion, 7 billion, 2 billion, 1.5 billion, 11 billion, 14 billion. Wow, that's so much money. Long story short, so many billions of shorts with not even what? 58, 20%, give us like 10K, like a 10, 12% move up, like 100 billion in shorts. I don't even know. On the other side, on the flip side, to the downside, we have similar scattered liquidations down in the hundreds of millions, the occasional 1 to 5 billion bump, and we have to make it all the way to 33.9. We get a $19 billion liquidation at that price. 33.6, 10 billion. 5, 4, 1, whatever. And then we need to go even deeper to 25, 26K, and we see about another 40 billion down there. So kind of long story short, in between that 70 and 33.9 or 34K, insignificant liquidations, like versus the aggregate. Not a lot has happened on this chart until you hit 70 or 34, where you see those massive liquidation events. Kind of interesting. It does give you good price targets in general. Typically, high liquidation areas are areas of liquidity, right? Liquidity. Market does like liquidity. Now, it doesn't have to tap both, but it wants to tap one or the other. It doesn't want to remain sideways. I just closed that. Okay, I guess we're done with that because I closed it. I wanted to look at IDEX simply because the funding is absurd. Have you ever looked at it? Apparently I have. The Ultimate Perma-Bear Guide 2022. I'm not even going to look at that. I don't remember making that. IDEX on Binance. Does anybody have any of this? Because I'm probably going to talk mad shit on it. Oof. Not a great history, IDEX. I see why it's shorted into oblivion. We're going to look at this only because of the short squeeze setup potential. It's just relevant to what I was talking about. Not an endorsement of IDEX, just like none of these are endorsements, except for Bitcoin. I endorse Bitcoin. Kind of a cool concept that not a lot of people may be aware of. When you see things that are really, really down, like super down, this is very down, that doesn't inherently mean it's a good buy, right? Because it can continue going down. Just because it's at 3 cents doesn't mean it can't go to 0.3 cents or 0.03 cents or 0.03. Decimals just keep going. Keep going forever. Doesn't guarantee it's a good buy, but minus 98. Sometimes we see these things rally anyway, and people kind of assume it's because maybe people are buying them. Maybe, I don't know. There's something novel about this and people want in. Well, sometimes that's not the case at all. Sometimes Leverage short positions will open so largely and with so much capital that it is cheaper to buy spot and push the price up to liquidate those shorts than it is to continue shorting it. As people sell and shorting, obviously big players shorting with lots of capital are going to sell spot, push the price down. At some point, your order books are completely thin. There's no more sellers, at least limit sells. Maybe there's some active market sellers or market makers. But there's very little upside resistance. And what happens is someone can buy that spot, push that price up cheaply, and then they start getting liquidations. When shorts liquidate, they act as a market buy order in that order book, and that can continue the price pushing up. And that's what we call like a short squeeze. Typically short squeezes will look like this though. They're not usually long lived. They're like wicky. They come right back down. Usually they settle down again. Could that happen here? Sure. Am I saying that's going to happen here? Not necessarily. No, just a concept. We're on like a alpha learning kick today because apparently I'm in the zone. We're not going to spend a ton of time on this. I'm just curious, why is this being so overly shorted? Like that 1 point something percent negative funding is very unusual. By definition, it can't sustain, right? Because over the course of 30 days, that's the entire position. Let's see. This chart certainly does look like crap. I'll give it that. I will give it that. Lowest point in price ever this month. Weekly money flow, though. Interesting. Interesting. Money flow here could definitely read worse. It's rolling over again after setting a third higher low. Momentum's pinched. VWAP's up. Maybe this is looking for a short squeeze. Maybe this whole rant was, maybe it'll age well. We'll find out. On the day, kind of similar. Money flow rolling over. I don't know, man. I can see 6.3 cents. Currently at 5. Would I buy this on that short squeeze? Nah. Maybe more intelligently than buying spot, though, in this scenario. Not financial advice. But maybe more intelligently would be looking to open a long position, but with only 1x leverage. If you use anything more than 1x, you're probably getting liquidated. Not going to lie. But with 1x leverage, you're effectively buying a perp spot. Yeah, you're going to have to pay to open it. You have to pay to buy spot anyway. But with a 1x long, you might, even if price doesn't move up, if it just moves sideways, you could collect money via that spot perpetual funding. Could be an interesting move. I don't recommend it. This is likely going to be incredibly volatile with all that going on. 3.5 if you really like this chart. If you like IDEX, I don't know if anyone even has it. Maybe you're looking for this. I don't know, man. But that does kind of look short squeezy. Interesting. I'm going to put it on an alert. Then we're going to move on because nobody wants to look at this. FOTS funding. I love my FOTS funding. I love it. What's up, George? I'm not sure if Tom said a bad word or not. FOTS funding. It does sound like a bad word. What about the new coin named Nero? Nero. I don't know. New coin. You can't really do analysis on new coins, my friend. George Nawless. There's not enough data. We depend on data to do analysis. What's up, Nate? What's up, brother? It's good to see you, Nate. I feel like I haven't been around a little bit. You're the GOAT. What's up, Ferret? Have I done the ETH chart? Nah. Pretty much just been yapping, dude. It's been kind of yapping. Trying to hypnotize you guys with the sound of my voice so that you can soothe those spicy impulses today. Ethereum, yikes. Ethereum, yikes. So again, dude, I can't not rant today. Today's just a ranting day. If you tuned in for charts, I don't know what to tell you. It's a ranting ass day. I tweeted a few days ago. You should follow me on Twitter. Tweeted a few days ago. I'm going to estimate that was Friday or Saturday last week. About how grateful I am Bitcoin doesn't have a foundation with pre-mined coins that it dumps pretty consistently for, you know, their reasons to pay employees or whatever. I don't know. Friday or Saturday. Lots of people replied, butthurt, blah, 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 Bitcoin, this and that. And I don't know. Someone was like, it's only $100 million, like out of a bajillion-dollar market cap. It's like a drop in the bucket. Well, again, the Ethereum Foundation has sold the local top on Ethereum again, dude. It's like they don't want it to succeed. I don't know. They seem to do it. At this point, every time I see the Ethereum Foundation move coins, I look to take profit on Ethereum. In fact, I want to say that did happen back here in March. So I guess they need another 100 million. I should fact check that before I really start slandering. But guess I need another 100 million, you know, big budget expenses over the course of 167 days, I guess. $1 million a day for the Ethereum Foundation. I'm not sure. Okay, rant over. But there you go. Here's some alpha through the rant fog. When you see Ethereum Foundation move coins to Coinbase or Coinbase Prime, consider it. Think back. Consider it. Could Ethereum rally up and put that cell underwater? Of course it could. But I don't know, dude. It just seems like every single time I've heard of them selling coins, the chart goes down. But let's look at Ethereum more in depth and not yell about the Ethereum Foundation. I got my licks in. Let's throw on our moving averages, which are here. Wow. Not the best look. Just looking at the daily moving averages, I do see a very tempting 200 day sitting at $3,200. We do have a death cross of sorts. This is the 100 and 200 day moving average, not the 50 and 200. So the real death cross happened roughly around the time of Bitcoin's August 7th. However, Ethereum did not move back up. There's liquidity there. That is a spicy level that I would not doubt Ethereum at least moves towards, maybe. Ooh, moves towards, but I don't like this. Moves towards before much lower, question mark. Not even calling for much lower. Let me see. I didn't notice these wicks. Yikes. I didn't notice these wicks. I wish I had. So with the Ethereum Foundation sold support, lower high break. They sold the back test of support as resistance. My lord. If I wanted to hurt my own coin, that's what I would do. I am a little less confident now. A wee less confident in that 200 test without, Bitcoin breaking past this 200, rest of the market moving up, because this is a pretty serious support that broke and was very beautifully back tested. Resistance held and rejected price. You could argue this is still a higher low. You'd still be right. But this does look more structure breaking than Bitcoin's, right? Bitcoin held its mid-August lows. Ethereum did not here. No real div of any kind. Daily money flow does look like it's rolling over, but slowly. Slowly. Money flow reaching back in probably for another higher low, something like that. That momentum is ugly. We see these momentum waves getting weaker and weaker. Weaker. Kind of good news. The 12-hour, 12-hour closed back above August 12th's low. It's not that exciting though. Ethereum just cannot seem. I don't know. What's it waiting for? What do you guys think? The ETF started. When did the ETF start? Was it back here? Anybody know? Fact check me. 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝 in all caps, bro. Ethereum Foundation sells hella tops. Yeah, they do. That's what I said. When you see them move coins, man, doesn't mean panic sell all your coins, but like you see them move coins. If you've been thinking you should take profit for a while, maybe you take a little profit, right? Rolly, gonna liquidity sweep, then reach for the previous highs. Liquidity. I mean, you could argue this is the liquidity sweep. We already saw one. Doesn't mean it can't continue. You mean like this? I can see that, honestly. I can see that. Let me look at FBTC. Maybe retest 2100 lows then up. Could be. Could be. I've been waiting for this to bounce, dude. I feel like I'm getting old waiting for Ethereum ETH to bounce. Who remembers the merge? Isn't it here? Aren't we like 2-ish years out? I don't remember the date. IDEX pumping. Well, we're talking about a short squeeze. Not really yet. We're talking about a short squeeze on it. I don't think it's a good trade, but it's potential. It's there. NVIDIA hanging out low. My speculation is the lower NVIDIA closes today, the lower it goes, the more likely of a positive earnings report. And vice versa. If it closes up at, I don't know, up a new all-time highs, probably going to dump on that earnings report, good or bad. Do I just work with crypto, Mr. 𝐂𝐞𝐞? I saw that message retracted. Mostly. Yeah, it's respect for retracting that because I just pulled up NVIDIA. I do some TI and other charts, but yeah, crypto, this is a crypto channel. You're welcome to bring any charts, though. We are a chart channel first and a crypto channel second. Or both of them first simultaneously. I don't know. Gotta run. See you later, Greg. Appreciate you, man. Does Matic usually do well when ETH does good? That's a question I've never been asked. Div X-Ray. I remember you being all into XRP. That's an interesting comment. That's an interesting comment, my friend. Might be remembering a different guy. There's another guy, Blockchain Backer, who's very into XRP. No hate. I wouldn't blame you if he did hate for that. He has sunglasses on like his little logo, but what? It seems you've joined and said this a few times. Remember Tom in 2021 talking big about XRP. He was all into it. Bro, I don't think you're remembering the right person. That's right. Okay, it's Div. It's okay. People come at me all day, every day. You gotta have thick skin to be up here in front of 1,000 people talking. Yeah, I've never been into XRP, bro. Litecoin, I'll take criticism for Litecoin. I've earned that. But yeah, not XRP. You're good, bro. Yellow Tom. Am I yellow? Am I yellow? Am I Asian? Maybe it's the lights. Guess I'm yellow. Oh yeah, I see why. Am I less yellow? I had the room light on, which I like never have on when I do these. I don't know. No more chatter over on the vertical stream. That's okay. We still have like 60 viewers over there. Surprised. What about YFI? No one's asked about YFI. What's up, Mark Dutch? Tillin. You 5'd on your Luna C. Dude, trading Luna C is lunacy. Crypto Mason was the guy all in on XRP. He was also very in on XRP. He still talks about it, but like not as much. It's like Litecoin. I mean, I still like Litecoin, but what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk? I love Litecoin. It's just like Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. But what am I going to talk about? Like, it's still moving sideways, which is exactly where the XR peoples are right now. What's up, Solar? Bullish charts. Which ones? Thoughts on Sol ETH? I think Sol ETH is going to continue up, which probably means Ethereum continues down. Is BitBoy president of the XRP army? Is he still does he still support XRP? I won't lie. You guys know Ben and my history. And I have not been keeping up with his life over the last year-ish. I don't know how long. Is he still like XR peoples, or has he changed his tune, I wonder? You got 50 in XRP, thinking about selling it. I bought some XRP this year. Was it this year or was it last year now? I don't know. Not that long ago. At 50 cents, I sold some at 61.8. I still have some of it. It wasn't even a big buy to begin with. What's the drama? I don't know. That's what I was saying. I don't know the drama. I don't know the drama. What's up, Vapo Chill? Jerking it. No, I don't follow drama. You guys know that. But that's why I haven't kept up with his life. Also, I don't think he likes me anymore. No, nothing happened. No reason. I just don't think he likes me anymore. Didn't know. Couldn't tell you why. A3P Tech, what are your thoughts on Caspa? It's become 70% of your portfolio. Bud. Ooh, bud. Caspa. So there's still some unanswered questions for me when it comes to Caspa. I do like that Caspa's proof of work. I do like that it did an ICO. I still think this chart is moving. This is the old one, but I still think it's moving up. Let me pull up this one. There we go. I still think it's doing this. This is what I was talking about. Still think it's doing this. Still think it's going back to 20 cents. Still think this trade is good. We were looking for Caspa to hold higher lows and to continue testing 17.1 cents as resistance. So far, so good. 70% of your portfolio, though. That seems pretty heavy, bro. What's your cost basis? It's going to be an important question. I would say the only thing that I would have 70% of my portfolio in crypto is Bitcoin. I do not think any other coin is a good idea to have that big exposure of. Chart looks all right, but dude, it just hasn't changed. It hasn't done anything. Still right here. Rest of the market moving sideways. It's painful to make content right now. Like it is. Like I'm always going to keep doing it anyway. But like it's painful because you guys come in, new people come in and they're like, man, I'm doing this coin and on this chart and what do you think of it? And you pull it up and you try so hard to give them something valuable. And for the last 6 months, it's like mostly everything is just where it was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. There's like no alpha to give. Makes it painful. Sometimes we do little ranty streams like today. I appreciate you guys putting up with it. We had 1,200 votes on this poll. I was going to put another poll, but I forgot. What do you guys think? If you haven't voted in this poll yet, do it. 52% saying bearish or bullish, 48 bearish. Still time for the bears to take this poll. You should do it. Vote. Your opinion matters. Then click a bunch of these placebo buttons. Then make sure you've liked and subscribed to the channel. Speaking of which, we just had a new subscriber. What's good? 𝐘𝐨𝐿𝐴 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝. Most recent subscriber. We also have Home Cooking Vlogs. Good to see you expanding outside your niche. Speaking of, I thought I had a joke. I missed it. God Bless also subscribed. What's up, God Bless? Jay Shetty subscribed during the live. Drew Sky. Ganesh Wadkar. Carrie Ross. Who else? Asta JD. Pie. Sun Chips. I bet you're still here, though, only because you're Sun Chips. I'll look at Jasmine for you. I forgot. I was ranting, dude. When I'm ranting, I will say, though, when I'm ranting, guys, do not expect me to, don't expect anything on Super Chats, because I'm ranting. I'm in the zone. I'm not thinking of it. Let me see if I missed any others. Sure, 11-7 wants me to look at Jesus, but we haven't yet. Jasmine. I think last time we looked at it, we were looking for 2.5 cents. Hit it. August 16th low, still intact. For now, it's okay. I'll say, for now. Not a beautiful pattern. This is not a beautiful pattern. You run the risk of a big old head and shoulders, don't you? Another test of 1.6 cents, 1.55. Probably gonna really confirm a neckline there, and then you gotta break 4.5 cents to get out of it. Daily could look worse, has looked worse. Money flow starting to roll over, giving us that signal. I think we need a bigger time frame. Weekly cutting it close, dude. Higher high on money flow, coming down so close to that low. I don't want to see this weekly close any. I don't want to see it close. Damn. I don't want to see it close any lower than this. Closes lower than that, we might see this money flow come down. You lose that uptrend. 4 days, 6 hours to go. Let's see it close above 2 cents. That'll put it in pretty good condition, actually. 2 cents will be all right. for the week. Let's look at the month because the month is coming to an end. Held on to its May low, slightly higher low. I don't know how bullish that is, but slightly higher low. I just had a little deja vu again. Having deja vu kind of day. Huh. Anybody see that? Anybody see that? This? Am I crazy? Let me see. That? This? Are they similar? This high is more exaggerated, but you have like kind of this month rollover drop, pump, drop, pump, drop, pump, drop, up. You seeing that? Am I just seeing what I want to see? I guess we'll find out in September. Obviously not a great candle almost either way. Closing above 2 cents even on the month. Better look than below last week's wick. This looks a lot like Ethereum to me right here. Maybe you got some lower time frame divergence. I don't have a lot of edge for you, Sun Chips. If you're even still here, I do appreciate your super chats, my friend. Hold 2 cents. Get back above 2 cents. It's very close. It's at 119.44. Won't take a lot. That's what I need to see. Actually, I'm going to put very tight alerts. There it is. I'm going to just tab through some here. Dollar broke December Q4 last year's low. Past the 2 extension. That's quite a sell-off. Does seem to be finding some bids down at 100.6. Not surprising. Not really threatening. Not really threatening either way, though. Broke out of the bear flag. Let's connect our reversal to reversal. 0.5, 618 up here. Oh, not what I meant. I did it again. There it is. Nice green candle for the dollar, but you can see it's right back to where it bounced Tuesday of last week for a lower high into a lower low. I mean, local resistance here on the dollar. Likely, though, if you guys need a warm, fuzzy narrative, likely the reason that we're seeing red today in crypto, I assume in stocks, nice strong 0.6% daily candle on the dollar, putting downward pressure on equities. Man, this low acid coffee is amazing. I guess I hated how acidic coffee was, because since I got this low acid coffee, I've been down in it. Looking at the week kind of gives you a better picture of the strength of the dollar right now. Incredibly red since July. Interesting. Kind of hit its peak. For the year around April, March. Same with Bitcoin. And then has gone down since. It is a weird idea to think that maybe the dollar will rally and Bitcoin will rally with it. It's happened before in the past. But this just gives you a perspective. Last week closed down 1.7%. Currently up 0.46% on the week. A lot of ground to make up. A lot of ground and a lot of resistance on the way up. If it does manage, though, to make a significant bounce, this will likely lead to some very, very painful prices on everything else. Maybe back to 104.1. This was our support for most of the year that broke. And since then, we've really just been trading down. Our 382, also interesting. This support, our higher low into this year at the 382, sitting at 102.75. I think this is the play, though. Lower high. If the dollar is actually bouncing here. So far, that's like not even a move. Look at TRX quick. I got to watch TRX because I said good things about it on the Altcoin Daily video, and now I feel like responsible to watch it. Not a lot of spice on that. Higher high, not an all-time high. It did move back to its 618. That's cool. Wick low yesterday at the 618. likely seeing a retest of that 16.2. If you can break that, maybe you hit a slightly higher high, something like that. SPY. Dude, everything. I called it. One of the first things I talked about on this stream. I think every market is waiting for NVIDIA. I think every market is waiting for the NVIDIA earnings. How wild is that? And whether they're good or bad, I don't know. I don't know enough about NVIDIA to really like even guess. But whether they're good or bad, right? This highlights something that I think is significant. And that is how dependent on NVIDIA US markets are right now. If NVIDIA has like the worst ever earnings, which I don't think is going to happen, but maybe they come out with like, we didn't make any money somehow, right? Like the worst case, I bet the entire stock market crashes. Not in one day, but I think it'd be like a cascading liquidation effect. Fingers crossed. They come out with strong numbers that people want and not too strong, because I guess that's bad sometimes too. I don't know. It's all scam. But the whole market, everything, trading sideways waiting for this at 5 p.m. today. So 2.5 hours to go. I don't think Bitcoin will make a big move till then either. NASDAQ showing some weakness after our 20K target. Let's go. Little rolling over there. I think we can throw another fib from our low to our high now that we have clear reversal. It has begun retracing. That's about all I can say for now. BNB is pulling up random old charts. BNB following the inverse head and shoulder potential. Actually playing pretty well. When we placed this on Friday or whatever, probably didn't look so likely. I think 511, maybe as low as 460, but 511 might be a decent entry back to that all-time high. If BNB dumps like nukes, which I do not think will happen, I really do not think this is going to happen, but if BNB like nuked right down to like 233, kind of like NVIDIA, I bet it would take a lot of the crypto market with it. It wouldn't be necessarily a long-term damaging thing, but short-term, I think Binance is props up a lot of the space in different ways. Dominance, sideways. Wow, boring. Bitcoin, CME gaps. We have a new gap right here, 60.4 or 60.5 to 61.8. A new open CME gap, ripe for the fill-in. Ripe for the fill-in. There it is. Actually, there's a gap here. How did I miss this one? You guys let me miss this gap. What the hell? It's very tiny. It's very, very tiny. 56.7 to 57.2. We updated our gaps. So this gap closed. Did it close completely, or is there still a sliver open? Usually when there's only like $5 or $10, not completely closed. There we go. Completely closed. These are the only gaps in your price. Arguably, there are gaps up here too. You could argue this. You could say this is a gap. That's not a gap. Wait, am I just being crazy? I just had a crazy brain for a sec. That's not a gap. Quick. I think it's just because I noticed I missed one and I was like, ooh, I got to panic. Nah. All right, there it is. The only open gaps in your price. There are a few. We'll call them antique gaps. Far below price. Little antique gaps. Let's see. All the way down here. I don't think these ever get filled. Like maybe this gets filled, like maybe. But down here at 21, I doubt it. Down here at 9, ain't never getting filled. Proof that not all the gaps fill. Ton. Doing Ton stuff. Render putting up a fight. I was looking for $5. Showing a little strength here. Did reject from 626 as we were looking. We have not seen the follow through to the downside. We have not seen that $5 entry. I like this trade though. I might make this trade. Something like that. Dogs. We looked at dogs on Friday for the first time because it started Friday. it is still in our range. Has done better than I expected. Still in our range. Hasn't broken its low 0011. Hasn't broken its high 0018. Kind of right in the middle. Right in the middle. Let's extend this out. Did retrace deeply. Could be worse. Not a lot there. Not a lot of data and not a lot of charting to be done. I will say this. It's a good sight to see when the rest of the market, or the market, took a nice little dump, right? This dumped, but it didn't instant nuke. So there are some buyers, right? There's liquidity. There's some liquidity somewhere. Somewhere. We'll find out where. It's here. 0013. I wouldn't touch this. I don't like trading new stuff. There's really almost no point of even TAing new charts like this. Analysis is just not going to be dependable. But I could see this trade playing. It's like a 2-to-1. 0036. It's kind of just catching a knife though. You're really depending on it going back to all-time high. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this a good trade or a bad trade? Almost done. Crow update. Crow also doing the BNB. Maybe kind of crabbing out here, making an inverse head and shoulders. The long, our long filled literally today on today's wick low at 7.97 cents. Good luck, fam. Taking that trade up to just under 10 cents. I wish you the best. The best of luck. Hope it works out. IDEX hasn't moved. Yes, hasn't moved. Bitcoin being a butt. Bitcoin literally sideways. All right. All right, family. If you guys haven't yet, definitely make sure to take a second. See if YouTube has unsubscribed you. It's been known to do that at times. If it's unsubscribed you, rejoin our family. Make sure you join our Discord. What chart is that? Which chart is what? I missed it. Make sure you join the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, pinned to the top of the chat. But also take a moment, look through the video description. I have multiple services, including our sponsors, 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝, MetaSignals. Multiple services. They're all referral links. I make tiny bits of money. Basically, the exchange, instead of them keeping some of it, they give some of it to me instead. So I do profit. It helps support the channel. We don't sell anything here. We have a free trading course. There's no paid trading course. We have a private VIP exclusive trading group, which you also can't pay for. All you can do is sign up with any of those partners, any of the links, and you get access to it. You aren't the product here. Remember that. Take a moment, check them out. By the way, FEMEX, as of September 1st, will be KYCing new accounts. What that means is that if you have an account, or say you create an account right now using my referral link, you won't be KYC'd on September 1st. Doesn't mean you won't ever, but at least in the shorter term future, you won't be. So get them in. Get them in. That's about it, right? Get them in. What's up, Corey H? I see you, man. WLD chart, on Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. On Friday. On Friday, we will. We have been live an hour and 41 minutes. You got shit to do. I got shit to do. I wish I could stay until the NVIDIA report, but I think I might go tubing. I think it's the last day to go tubing here. I think it's the last day. It's like 97 degrees out. You should join the Discord. You should check out those links. Sign up, help support the stream for free. And you'll get our exclusive access in our VIP trading group. Oh, yeah. We'll be live again on Friday. We're live here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. East every day. Putting out content. We've been here 5 years. We'll be here 5 more with your help. I'll see you in the Discord, guys. Happy Wednesday, my dudes. Watch out. 5 p.m. East. 2 hours, 15 minutes, NVIDIA earnings. I would be very careful with any leverage position open at that time. That's all.